So last night they were doing full moon rituals. I've been picking up on full class racism. They wanted to get uppity all up in our faces. So that was the rituals that was happening since 2022. But when they started doing the rituals, the whole time they were making us unlock our supernatural abilities. So by the time I did all this hard work in their rituals, now they're coming out to attack. They can't even get to us because our abilities have unlocked, and they're dealing with so much when dealing with us. Because our abilities have unlocked. And I wanted to get on this right here. For some of you, you have been trained individually, and it's authentic. Honing your skills via exercises, that could be meditation as well. Your ability reflects your own character, regardless of simplicity or complexity, meaning that when your ability is released, it could be like judgment energy. If they come after you, they're basically, well, your ability will basically have a statement, hypothesis, and results at the end of your interaction with the energies that came to provoke you and attempt at your self-sabotage. That was somebody's main goal for this reading here, and it was dealing with your relationships. So it seemed like your relationships were falling apart, but your relationships are going through deep transformation. And if anybody couldn't meet you halfway, via telepathic communication as well, it was just best that they go on their merry way and live their life, because things were getting real deep for you and you needed someone with depth. Okay, you needed people around you that can go into depth with you, even deep conversations intellectually. Because we have here, what about the ones who do know better? So while you were out here being attacked and provoked and attempt at your self-sabotage, so they wanted you to sabotage certain opportunities for yourself, businesses, and also, and it's like while you was being attacked, you did know better. You're checking yourself, like, well, am I wrong? Am I doing anything? No, you were responding and reacting to manipulation towards you. Okay, the London bridges were definitely falling down. And that's something that you anticipated, but you never really know how it's going to fall through. And them provoking you and attempt at your self-sabotage, the only way they could provoke you is attachments to people who was around you. So it was infiltration here. So the trash had to take itself out, things like that, because people couldn't be in your energy once you tapped in, because it's strong, powerful, and it expands around the perimeter, your territory. Some people's auras can take up the whole entire block, and then you hear that so and so is running the dang thing, and this has came down to people who shouldn't be in power, like Neighborhood Watch, and then somebody who called themselves in control because they took leadership, but it turns out that they're a negative entity. Then somebody moves into the neighborhood and they're being attacked by this entity because that person is a negative leader who's not a thoughtful leader, but they have everybody manipulated around them. Things like that. Things going deep. The infiltration is deep. So these people in power on a micro scale would be in our neighborhoods. On a macro scale, it would be the seats of the politicians, and then even bigger than that, then we gotta go spiritual there, and dealing with the astral body and having meetings in spiritual court and meetings with other entities who want to help and support us here. All right, because we have here, they're doing that thing again that could be messing with the plate shifting, but that I'm getting is a natural occurrence. But somebody here, they could be doing something with their ability, possibly conjuring up their aura to, I'm getting, it could be a shikigami as well, like an entity that they send to do their bidding. Yeah. Because somebody here could have been questioning what was happening with you, and they could have set loose a whole bunch of goblin entities around you and things like that as well. And to survive this and to get through this here, we have here that you listen to your intuition, because you had it strongly right here saying, I will not let someone who intentionally attacked me get away with their evil. So somebody here, you found out that you were being attacked. The universe was watching over you because we are the children. They were saying, you're young, this is what happens, good luck out there. We have her, you were sneezing a lot too. We have her sneezing, someone is thinking about you or talking about you. You were sneezing a lot. You was like, what the hell? And the universe is calling you little rascal because they knew that you was going to get through this. Like, that's how they love you. Because somebody out here, they wanted you on a negative timeline, but you wanted to be on a positive timeline because you do know better. And it all goes into how you self-sabotage. So with Pluto in the 7th house, with, what does it say? Confront your deepest fears, desires, and shadow aspects. So that was relevant and prevalent while you were being attacked. So your fear of abandonment and betrayal. So friends betrayed you, lovers betrayed you, family betrayed you. People connected to the people that you love betrayed you. And this is what made you go through a transformative, powerful change here. And you had a personal evolution. Because we have here, you gained patience and you became more tempered when it came down to the infiltration. Realizing the infiltration was part of also breaking the spell on you, because you was like, how was this person able to even do this? How would this person be able to do this? Before you realize about the spell, you was realizing the attachments to people, how you could be possibly attacked. And then you had to know, believe it at first, and then you had to know that it was a possibility that that could have been happening. And you seen something with your eyes. You either seen a Shikigami, a goon, a goblin, a spirit, an entity. You seen something that let you know that you were spiritually infiltrated. Somebody here, you could have saw something with your eyes, your spirit eyes too. You could have heard something with your ears. You could have sensed something. You could have felt something. Somebody here, you could have completely felt the plates shifting while you were being attacked and going through this. You felt the plates shift. Probably you're like, damn, that was probably some powerful magic too. Because somebody here, they could have wanted to turn your world upside down so much, and their intent was so strong towards you. Their ability, their Hatsu, their release of their paranormal ability, they really wanted to flip your world, so you could have felt the plates actually shifting beneath your feet. All right, let's get into this. Yeah, this is just their sneaky ways of doing things. But this is dealing with the full moon, so I'm going to just keep that out. They were making negative agreements with others to come against you. I have a card that came out here that says that female or that male knew about your cat. Now, around this time, I was learning about Lugawus. All right, and that's witches and warlocks that know how to shapeshift into animals, so they can come inside your house if you're generous enough and, you know, want to support or take care of an animal. You know, they take advantage of shit like that. And somebody, I seen a cat thing and I got triggered and I ended up blocking someone, and then immediately they come out of nowhere saying, oh, I got a cat for you. And the person that was attached to this person knew me very well. And one thing that person knew is that I wouldn't take no other cat unless it was a calico, because people don't take in those cats, I believe, and a black cat. I'm taking a black cat in on go. And guess what kind of cat it was? A black cat. So, yeah. That's coming out as another form of infiltration for this reading. Okay, so it could be relatable. So I can get this message out. Provoking you in attempt at your self-sabotage, making you feel isolated trying to make you feel angry. Why aren't you guys listening to me? Why don't you guys see it the way I see it? I'm able to see it from your perspective. Why aren't you able to see it from my perspective? It's like I'm open to healthy criticism from you, but you guys ain't open to healthy criticism from me. Because right here, you were feeling that way, and it was true, because that was the storyline for you, because you wasn't feeling this fear of death that they was trying to put on you. It was just coming out as this back and forth argument here. Like, you're patient and tempered when it comes to them trying to explain what they got going on, but this is how you can, because I'm looking at the Reaper, that's used to sway. You sway that weapon around to cut down. So whoever was in this energy of, you can listen to their criticism, but they can't listen to you. They don't want to listen to you. You getting things recalibrated with that. And you're seeing how that wasn't fair. And you have to go through it to learn from the experience. Because they want to be in this energy as though they're in authority. They're uppity ass. That's dealing with the racism and prejudice as well. These are the people that want to talk down on your wallet, talk down on your pocket, and say, I got money in my pocket. If you don't got money in your pocket, then something's just wrong with you. Making you feel inadequate when you're just young out here and you're getting everything together. There's good luck energies out here for you, saying, wishing you good luck. Because it shows right here how imbalanced you was when it came to this criticism. You're like, I'm listening to the criticism, but y'all, and then you'll feel the wall go up with these energies, the hand blocking you away. Okay, you heard our criticism, but we don't need to hear shit from you because we know what's best. We're the authority here. We're higher than you. These are the type of people who want to look down on you, make you feel like you're lacking something. And that can be farther from the truth. You wasn't lacking anything. Because what about the ones who know better? How about the ones who know better not to do this against anybody to make them feel any type of way? They wanted to get under your skin and get you mad. And you in that anger energy, the way the universe sees you is like, oh, this little rascal. This little rascal is going to figure it out. Because your heart was being weighed. And the imbalance, you can see where the imbalance came from. It came from you not being able to open up to them your opinion. You left them unopened. But we have here being more open and honest about your thoughts and feelings can bring significant benefits to help you have a release as well. And then here goes with you releasing your ability, even speaking, because words are powerful. They're speaking their sides, but they need to be open, even dealing in debates, conversations, even arguments. Nobody could just be yelling, and then when it's your turn, they don't want to hear you. This person might just end up swinging on you. But you let them speak, but now it's time for you to speak, and they don't want to hear you speak. Oh, shut up. No. Why do you have to shut up? Why do you have to be quiet? You had deep reflection on this, and you figured out the imbalance. Let's see. Took a little trip. Excuse you, honey bun. Because you're like, all this talking, and you notice that you're only being acknowledged spiritually. Because these people wanted to be, I'm in authority. I have superiority. Whether that be the money that they had in their pocket, the way that they felt, social class this, the clothes that they wear, how much they could buy. Somebody here saying, I could buy your life. I could buy your life. Okay. And reflection is, you have to look at yourself and be like, I am thriving out here. Hold on. Patience, coming on top of patience and temper. You calm down. You like, think before you act. Take a moment to assess the situation critically before making any hasty decisions, because whoever you was dealing with or this community of people deserve to be popped in their lip. But these are people who will be quick to pop you in your lip if you try to talk back to them. But they feel as though they could say whatever they want to you, and you're supposed to absorb that and take that in as if it's accurate, as if it's right. Yeah, you see the infiltration. You're like, I gotta clean this up. I had a conversation with somebody, and I wonder why it kept coming up, because it was a long, I think we talked for like 3, 4, 5 hours, probably 6, probably 7, who knows. And it got to the point in the conversation where I'm like, well, when I get 40, then this person would interrupt. Why do you think that you'll ever be 40? What? Well, I know when I get in my 60s and 70s, only if you make it to that age. Who said that you'll make it to that age? I'm like, what? Then I notice, oh, you're one of them. You're one of those people out here looking at me, judge me for something, want to criticize me for something, and then you just believe that whatever I did was so sinful that I don't need to live my good ages. Don't need to be out here creating a better reality for yourself. Like, what? Myself? These are the people who don't want you to be influential and thriving out here. They don't want you to take a good look at yourself and see that you're in a good headspace, space, energy. Even if you did self-sabotage, because you know at the end of the day that you was provoked, but they don't want you to get to the point where you're like thinking like, oh, I was provoked. They don't want you to say none of that. And they keep doing that over and over and over again, so nobody can see the big picture. Because they want the picture confused over who's really thriving out here. It seems like the person who has a less, who's really happy, is thriving out here. But if we look over here, these people have the most, and they have all the riches, and they have all the cars, and they have all this and that, and they look like this and that, but they're miserable. Yeah. They're so quick to say that you're lacking somewhere. But how you're maintaining something, just because you're not maintaining how they're maintaining, is a-okay, because you're possibly spiritually maintaining more better than they could ever spiritually maintain. But they over there spiritually, physically maintaining more than you're physically maintaining. But that's just the imbalance too, right there. And this could have happened because of the criticism, first and foremost. But the first shall be last, and the last shall be first, because the one who was spiritually working on themselves ends up winning in the end. Positive timeline. You're traveling towards a positive timeline. 1818. Professionally, you have shown an unwavering commitment to upholding high standards in both your work and conduct. So then it was only going to be time until the physical possessions and success would go ahead and seep in, and they wanted you angry and in anxiety about your life. Then they seem to forget. Like, that's what I'm hearing. They seem to forget because they started with a lie in the first place. Spiritual mastery, when we're over here dealing with the hermit, then putting you in isolation with this prejudice. And then on a collective scale, on a massive scale, we look at the collective. Look at the collective of the people that they did this to. We had to tap in spiritually, because the physical was being withheld from us. You can't make too much success out here. You go out there with a plan, and then some people, they physically want to be obstacles. Then they even want to spiritually be obstacles. But then they realize, oh, I forgot. Spirituality is their shit. And that's for the people who want to be racist. and make the kids not want to play with the color brown. You feels me? They throwing the black crayons and the brown crayons in the trash cans because they don't feel like that color is pretty. Because that's one thing I have noticed. Everything like that I notice and it hits me deep, I really go sit down somewhere and I start thinking about it. But I know everybody right now, they felt it. And they want to hide it under the Trump thing, but that's not really the case. The Trump thing was every woman should go celibate. But the rituals done in 2022, a lot of people was doing rituals for different things. The collective and the upright who wants to be on positive timelines were manifesting things so they can be in abundance within the next upcoming years, which is now. Other ones wanted to stop them. Then there was the other ones who wanted to be now, but they be inside this authority, superiority energy when they know who's rightfully supposed to be in that energy. So when it comes down to all the rituals that was done for the past, 22, 23, 24, 3 to 4 years, it's going to be for nothing. Yeah, Ten of Swords. It's the final chapter. It's the final countdown. Oh, I almost woke up with my duty bob. Yeah, we're free. They wanted us to be the fools after all the rituals that they did. This is why we shouldn't fight against one another. Because I'm picking up it all. You have to see the bigger picture. Now, the ones who attacked other people, trying to hold people back, they got to see on a bigger scale that the person that you was attacking, you guys can relate on many, many different things. But they was too busy in that energy of shutting you down, shutting you up, closing your mouth, wanting you not to say anything. And it was only up to them to hear you out or not hear you out. Possibly because they knew where they was wrong at. Most definitely because they knew where they was wrong at. And the whole time, this was a test of your faith. And then at the end of the day, it's sad for them because they like, damn, they have to realize and they have to come to that realization that, damn, after this deep reflection, that's when you realize that you was thriving out here. Once you see the bigger picture, that you was always on the right track. But these people be like, dang, I'm the karmic. I was the karmic, man. Yeah, the energy shifts. And this is your ability. If I didn't explain it so clearly in the beginning, with that Hatsu energy release and your paranormal ability, and it's either a simplicity or complexity to your ability, but at the end of the day, it has the results, the hypothesis of what you, like, this was an experiment, this was a lesson for you, so what did you learn at the end of the day? But they have to learn a lesson too. And they learned that they're going to see it. You were open to healthy and criticism and everything that they had to say, but when it came to you opening up on their part, you don't know what they're talking about. You're a fool because of what you've been going through in your life when you're coming out in this Queen of Swords energy, mentally strong. Queen of Swords, air energy, Law of Ma'at. Yeah, your energy is the one that made everything slow down so they could pay attention. Because they have to get the lesson at the end of the day. Because the same with the criticism. Why do I got to hear you? And why do I got to get the lesson at the end of the day? But turn the fucking tables around. You ain't got to fucking listen. You ain't got to understand nothing at the end of the day. The real deal, Holyfield, because you honestly believe and think that you was right. Yeah, because they heard 10 of coins in reverse. That's their energy of that false superiority, the love of money. If you ain't got money, you ain't shit. If you ain't got da-da-da-da-da. And at a time, it was working here with the star in reverse. But we have here that you know how to live with little. It's not that you don't have much. You don't need much. But the money's going to come in to where you can have the necessities and amenities. That's where you was self-sabotaging at if they was able to provoke you. If you were lacking direction anywhere or didn't see something correctly, you were soon going to. Doing this, making you feel like, oh, you ain't got no money. We got money. We maintaining here. How are you maintaining? Poor, brokey, whatever. Judgment on your way of thinking, because don't let them get to you. Don't let them get under your skin. That's how they want to criticize you. And this is criticizing you behind the scenes. Yeah, you didn't fall for that. That's corrupt thinking. That's twisted thinking. You gotta say fuck them and their money. That's twisted thinking. Because congratulations, you're going to receive the rewards of your labor. They wanted you feeling like you weren't enough. These are the people who was calling you worthless and dirty. But you're going to be celebrating out here. Yeah, release these limiting beliefs. They wanted you mentally restricted. You holding yourself back and you not receiving anything blissfully because you had this limiting belief about yourself that, oh, if I ain't got money, I ain't shit. If I ain't got this, I ain't worth nothing. If I don't look like this, I ain't worth a damn. That's an unhealthy pattern and an unhealthy way of thinking. And that's what would have been blocking you. And at one point, it probably could have been seeking in. And this is what was making you, if you ever did, self-sabotage. If you had a man here saying that a woman was better because she had this, or she did this, or she worked on her body this, or anything like that, fuck that shit, because there's always the emperor upright, the divine masculine, who's gonna say you're beautiful just the way that you are. Somebody here for this reading, it was unhealthy criticism, unhealthy attachment to somebody, and they were saying this shit about you. Because even when it came to arguments, they wasn't telling you the real deal, Holyfield, of how they was feeling about you. What the true criticism was, you was picking it up on it spiritually, given by the energy of everybody on the outside. But in the end, 10 of Cups, storybook ending. You're realizing that you're not going to let this energy hold you back, this unhealthy criticism. You got to be like, fuck it, I'm right. Because this person over here is like, I'm right on what I got to say about you. And now you got to think about what you think about yourself and say you're right and stick to your timeline. And that's what's going to keep you on a positive timeline. Because this is the shit that try to get all in your head. Trying to make you feel inadequate and trying to make them feel as they're the authority and trying to say that you're brokey and that you're suffering and that you ain't shit. And then if they get to you, they will put you in this energy right here. Angry, possibly that you not attending to yourself, maintaining to yourself. But if you weren't, it's because you possibly was getting lost in all this bullshit. They were sending that energy on you. Making you think about yourself like this. And this was what was bringing on that anxiety. Probably you needed to step it up, but this shit was all in your head. This is that trauma shit that you needed to clean up, most definitely too, if it was there. Because this is where they will take advantage at you and come again and again and again. They're doing that thing again and again and again. Want to flip your world upside down. Have you think about yourself in a way that you shouldn't even be thinking about yourself. They believe it causing that imbalance. And somebody here, this could have been an unrequited lover for you. With the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Needing to step it up. Because with the unrequited lover, that means one person was giving all their love and the other person wasn't. They was running away and they wasn't trying to give you nothing, spit, squat. But you didn't know that it was this criticism over here that they were doing against you. So that rejection was for your protection. Most definitely. And it's somebody right now in that full moon energy being sneaky. 312, these are their sneaky ways on how they get inside people's head, whether you're a woman or a man, but definitely a woman for this reading. And look, bottom, earthquakes, trying to flip your world upside down. And this means that this is what's happening too. All right, let nature do its thing. And that's all for this reading. I'm gonna come back with another one. Thank you.